All right, I'm out here working on Brandon's Jeep. We tore down this 355 to come out of Chris's car, so I get the aluminum heads and lifters and all that stuff out, and we're swapping the aluminum heads, roller cam, and everything into this motor in his Jeep. This freaking Jeep is awesome. So that's what I'm doing. Get everything tore down. Gonna pull the cap off the distributor and get the intake and all that off. But yeah, that's what's happening. He just went around to go get some parts, get some spark plugs. I'll ask him if it's okay to post this stuff up whenever he gets back. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. You're doing the swap, man. It's gonna be cool. All right, I'm over here at Brandon's. That's Brandon, folks. I don't know if he's cool with being on camera, but he's on camera now. But we are working on his Jeep, swapping everything over. He's going from the old cast iron heads and hydraulic flat tappet camshaft to aluminum heads and a hydraulic roller. So that's what we're doing, getting it all buttoned up. There's the old stuff come off. I'm not sure what cc these heads were, or junk. How junk, yeah, how big the runners and stuff were. But what we're putting on is going to be a whole lot better. And what's crazy is I was just working on that 5.3 for Chris, and this is that motor out of that Camaro that the heads and stuff come off of to go on this. That's pretty weird. It's kind of a coincidence. The whole thing come about the same time for him. But this sucker is super nice. Everything's looking good. Everything torqued down. You know, the lash and all that stuff set. Always zero everything out with hydraulic roller and solid lifters on aluminum heads, because when they heat up, they expand, and that allows for enough running clearance. Yeah, this thing's really not been that big of a pain to work on as far as how everything fits and all that. Really not that bad. I thought it was going to be a whole lot worse, but this dude already had the front end pretty much disassembled before I got here. So huge shout out, huge thank you. Yeah, he keeps calling me professional. He's going to get me a hat that says professional. So I guess I'm a professional now. But yeah, she's getting close. Definitely getting close. Throw the gaskets on, drop an intake and stuff on, and drop a distributor in it and snug a distributor down. We're in the home stretch now. All right, the sucker looks fantastic. Them valve covers, man, I'm jealous of this rig. This sucker looks great. They should be fuel in the carburetor. The timing is not set. I just advanced it a little bit. We're going to see if it makes noise. Fingers crossed, everything's good. Make noise and oil pressure come up. Make sure it's in part too. All right, so it might, it's puking trans fluid because the trans cooler's not hooked up.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a good thing.
But it'll run.
Yep, it fired.
That's first rotation. It needs a little bit more timing in it, but.
Yeah, I didn't think about trans.
Yeah, I did not either.
It's all good. Hey, trust me, if that's the worst thing that happens, we're doing great.
It's going to sound good. I think it'll sound good.
It sounded good. What, a little bit.
She just a bum, 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 bum. I was trying to keep this fella's floor clean. It just is impossible. Oh, that's hot rod stuff there. But
It's bleeding. That means it's alive.
And you know for sure that the lash is not too tight because it had compression. It fired up. If the lash was too tight, the valves would have hung open and it wouldn't have started. So timing needs to probably advance just a touch more. And that way the idle will come up a little bit because it should have took off, but it probably needs just a little bit more timing. And you'll probably have to adjust the carburetor just a little bit. Probably the curb idle probably needs to open up just a little bit, but you can do all that once you get it, play with the throttle and get it warm. But there, she's
breathing.
Yeah, that's it.
Awesome.
Now, as long as it holds coolant, it'll be fine. Oh, I would say let's throw that stuff on there and actually run it, but there ain't no. This is minor stuff now.
Well, you know where I'm at. So worst case scenario, I call you and.
Oh yeah, I think we're fine. Yeah, I'd be tickled.
Fired that quick.
I'd be tickled to at least come back and let's set the timing and check everything out and take it up the road. That would make a cool video.
I'll get everything done, get everything buttoned up. That way when you came in, it's ready to roll.
Shoot, yeah. And we'll just plan for, whatever Sunday works for you. Just let me know. Absolutely. But the hard part
is done.
It's done.
And dude, it's alive.
So, it is. Yeah, not bad. Just first rotation. That's always makes a fella feel good when he pulls everything apart and it spins over and hits that first lick. That's That's awesome. But shoot, yeah. Well, everybody, that's Brandon, and that's his Jeep, and we will see you later. All right, I'm back out here at Brandon's. We was going to shake this thing down today, but got a little coolant leaking out the exhaust, so that is no bueno. I'm going to pull the plug, see if I can figure out which cylinder it is, but I've never, I mean, there's first time for everything. I've never had a head gasket not seal, so I'm going to pull the plug out and see if I can figure out which cylinder has the issue, and pull the valve covers off, and I'm going to run through and retorque the head, see if maybe I missed one for some reason or something. And if I can't find nothing like that, I'll pop everything back apart and put a new head gasket on it. I just, for the life of me, I can't figure out why that would have, I don't know, like I said, I ain't never had one do that before, but that's the first time for everything. It's just, it is what it is. So, could have just been a bad head gasket. Don't know. But I got new head gasket and new head gaskets, and yeah, so I'm gonna pull plugs out, check everything, and then proceed from there. Do whatever I gotta do. Well, so far I see absolutely no sign of coolant anywhere. You would see crystallization on the exhaust runners. I see no crystallization on the runners. No crystallization on the plugs. So, let me spin it over and see what happens. If it's leaking that bad, it should spit out the exhaust. Alright, everything I see doesn't point to a head gasket leak. Like, I mean, it does not mean that there's not one. But, alright, there's number 2 cylinder. We are at 125, 130. I can spin it over, probably get higher, but I just want to do a consistent amount of, and I've got the carburetor closed off, and I got the spark plugs on the other side, so that's actually probably closer to 150 once everything's the way it needs to be. But I'm just checking variances between each cylinder to see if in fact we've got a head gasket leak. Alright, I think I figured out what's wrong. When he pulled the drain plug out of the block, the exhaust was unbolted and hanging there. A bunch of coolant went into the exhaust because the flange was unbolted, and I bet you anything that's where the smoke and the coolant leak is coming from, because I can't find nothing. Compression test checked good, everything checked good. I can't find nothing that even red flags me a head gasket. So I bet you $100 bill that's what it was. I think I'm pretty confident that's what's going on. So I'm gonna bolt everything back up, open the door, probably pull it outside and let it run. Well, I'm gonna get the carb dialed in, and then I'll pull it out and let it run. I'm gonna fire this thing up here in a second. I'm gonna adjust the carburetor, just put a base tune in it from what I think it needs to be, and then I'll go from there. All right, here we go. Mixture screws are out 3/4 of one turn, all 4 corners. I need to put a timing light on it and see where the timing's at. Yeah, that exhaust side over there is puffing because that coolant is in that exhaust, and it's going to keep doing that until it burns it all out. That's all there is to that, pretty much. Let's see what she does here. Look at that churning out of there. But sometimes it's like back there it shifted late, then right there it felt like it shifted too soon.
That's why I want to get that 350 built. Get away
Yeah.
from somewhere.
That's not bad for being what it is.
You know, one stop bottom end,
Yeah.
open head, small cam, it does pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
You can definitely tell the gearing in it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it'd be better when I get that 350 in. Some a little bit firmer shifting is good. Yeah, dude, I'm taking that for that.
Yeah, carburetor sounded good, timing sounded good. It was threw that into my lap, so that's not bad. Them gears definitely don't hurt.
Now, they definitely wake it up a little bit.
That's pretty cool. I can only imagine with about 600 horsepower.
We'll be able to keep it down now. This is the coolest spot here. It's the Gross Garage.
Yeah,
He does all kinds of stuff from full builds all the way down to the little hot rods.
cool. Once it gets up in RPM, it's real good. Yeah, that's really not bad.
That's good for this little thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's more than what this Jeep needs.
It's fun. It's like enough to be fun, but not enough to hurt
I
nothing.
didn't want nothing radical. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's like,
Now, if you put a bigger cam and a converter and a turbo 350 in it, you can talk about you can make you something pretty wicked in.
that's going to be the game plan. That's my next step. Put that other cam in it.
Yeah.
That 350 in it with that 2800 stall.
Yeah.
Should be all right.
Valve train's nice and quiet. Everything feels good. No hiccups, stumbles, nothing like that. I think it's pretty good.
Oh, yeah. I'm taking that. See, you're good. Professional. I told you.
I'm not a professional. You set the timing. I didn't touch the timing.
Did you know?
No.
Did you check it?
No, not yet.
Oh, Lord. It was saying about 18, 19, about 36.
That should be perfect.
2,000 RPMs, 2,200 RPMs is all in about
That's
36.
perfect. That's perfect. That's exactly where I would have put it.
Yeah, I screwed up the carburetor. At least I got the timing right.
Yeah. Yeah, she comes down and don't feel like it's trying to push through the brakes or nothing at the red light. That's about the perfect cam for a converter like that. Anything bigger, I think you'd probably have problems.
I'm saying, I think you're on something. I think it's right what it needs to do.
Yeah, there. Which that one actually shifts pretty hard. Like most of them don't shift that hard.
This was supposed to have been built.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, if I knew some way to set that cable, I
Yeah.
could probably get it better.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, dude, I've watched videos, I've read articles about it. I even bought the little arm for it. The arm
Yeah.
would fit on the other block would fit fine. It won't fit on this car.
Yeah.
It didn't make a difference. Didn't make a difference at all. I think if we had any antifreeze and exhaust, you know, it's already gone to that.
Yeah, I mean it might still move just a little bit, but there ain't nothing wrong with the head gasket. It's good.
I let it turn around. I had a son get tore down. He's like, what the heck is this wrong? You've been cussing me for a month. Look.
Nah, that's why I go through troubleshooting, check everything first.
And the other good thing is I wasn't here to aggravate you for most of the day. So
I'm not saying that was great, but it's pretty good.
3-minute job turned into 4 hours. Just like
It's, it's all good. I don't mind a bit.
That's what Jordan said when I got home that night. She said, what took so long? I said, well, I was up there aggravating with Jordan.
It's cool because I don't usually get to do that. I don't get to communicate and talk to people.
I mean, that's not.
And I learned, like, you're a cool person, you're a cool dude. Like, I definitely consider you a buddy of mine now.
Same here. Same here. That's how I've always learned. If you don't ask questions, you miss out on learning something. I broke them.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, I don't have a problem. I broke too much crap and had to worry about rides home. I always put on the trailer.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
It's true. You know, like
It
when we
is.
go to the rod run, dude, I'm a big kid. You get me around people, I show out. I do stupid crap. And last thing I want to do is be broke 3 hours from home. You know?
Yep, Dad drove his black truck to Bristol that first year. We put the 5-speed in it. Left the first time, no problem. Then he tried to leave like he's in the 57, broke both axles, and we had to shuffle trailers, run and get another trailer. I mean, it was only an hour and 40-minute drive.
You can still.
But yeah, he was like, man, never again am I driving it and racing it. I was like, well, don't write it off completely.
Yeah.
We should have put better axles in there.
Yeah, there you go.
And you should have left the RPM you're supposed to leave it.
Exactly. Some of it could be driver error, some of it's mechanical. In the end, you always have contingency plans. Nah, dude, I'm taking death for this.
See if she'll fire right back up.
Turn the fans on. I'm curious now.
No pump
Hot
fire.
start.
Good deal.
Everything's good.
Yep. I think you're set. And you don't care if I post videos or nothing?
No,
All
dude,
right,
help
cool.
yourself, man.
All right, because it's just cool, man. This is my first ride along in a Jeep.
Dude, that's awesome. No, dude, yeah, absolutely. How many times did you say you've been in a YJ that you built the top end of the motor and it actually, except for the mechanical failures caused by the owner, everything's up front, right up there by your knee.
Oh, I see. Oh, man.
Dude, I'm good. That right there is awesome.
Well, good deal.
Yeah, I'm taking good for that. I can already hear my wife. They're going.
And that right there, that's actually fun. That was really fun. Thing runs good for what it is. Small cam, small heads. Pretty awesome. Carburetor seems good. Tune seems good. So we'll call her good right there. Pretty awesome. All right, you're working on Larry Ball's El Camino 434 small block Chevy. All right, trick to getting this one off is remove the plug wire holder and then get you a magnet. Take your socket with the wobble head on it right there. Take your socket, hook it to the magnet, feed it down through there, push it up on the spark plug. Then with your wobble there, you can feed an extension in from this side into that wobble. Boom, comes right out and right back in. You got to thread it in with your fingers, get it started, run it up snug, and then once you break it loose, you can take it out with your fingers. But to get to that point right there, that's to tighten her up and to break her loose. That's how you go about that. I got it to where it runs, brought her down here and adjust the carburetor, just set the timing, lean in here, see what she does. Hopefully she'll fire off with no pump shot. Balls out in his El Camino, just cruising around, checking the tune on everything, making sure everything's good to go. Whole car runs and drives great. Although it ought to, everything on it's new. That sucker runs good. Sounds great too.
Let's get it square.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What do you think?
That's pretty good
What
right
do you
there.
say, Bubba?
That's pretty good. Yeah, Larry, take him for a ride in his car. I'm gonna have to bring one over here and take him for a ride. But man, that's naturally aspirated. That's killer. That's killer.
Well, I'm not good enough to know how to get all them turbos and everything, and how we set it up.
This sucker is plenty enough power to have fun with. And what's crazy is if you just put a set of gumballs on it, take it to the track, it'd impress you when it run. Yeah, probably.
Everybody done said that.
But yeah, that's yeah, me giggling. That's cool.
It did a good run out.
this car is beautiful. You don't really, like, inside the garage it looked good, and when he backed it out, I love the color. It looks so good.
Long time. Great.
But when you was revving on and stuff, he wasn't blowing no black smoke or nothing like that. So
Before it was just terrible.
probably needs a little bit more trans fluid.
I think it does.
Yeah. Probably another quart.
Think so.
Yeah.
She's about spongy.
Well, yeah, he's gonna get in the line, and then I'm gonna come back out here. We'll go take her up and down the road and kick her a little bit here and there.
Absolutely. You fool, what have you been waiting on for 5 years? But I've been waiting on you to come fix it.
Well, you didn't tell me till like last week. That's the first time I ever heard from you.
I appreciate you coming to my rescue. Man. This is so cool. This is so cool.
It's like, I'm not responsible for that 5-year wait, buddy.
No, you like, yeah, a week or week and a half.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Literally.
What is that color? Does it have like a particular name, or is it something you had mixed up?
Well, actually,
Because I love it. I love the color.
It was the roof was painted this, and the one door. Anyway, I think this thing was like 8 colors or something when the guy cleaned it all up. But this is like a PT Cruiser color, and
It looks much better on a Camaro. Well, back over here at Kerry Fox's, and we're going up a road in his plain Jane Camaro, and he's got 373 gears in her now. Went from 273 to 373, right? Yeah. Yeah, and it's still got the 700 R4, so it's got overdrive and everything else. It cruises about 2200 now, and overdrive on the interstate at 70 mile an hour. Was 1800, but that so far he says that's about the only downside to it. He got him a piece of a Mopar the other day and put about 20 car links on them, which is fantastic. I can't stand them cars.
The Challenger?
Yeah, the Challenger. The newer ones, don't like them. The Hellcats don't like him. Hellkittens, whatever.
Wasn't much of a challenge.
Yeah, it wasn't much of a challenge. Well, Plain Jane put it on them. But yeah, this thing run pretty good with, like it would top in like crazy with the 273s. I bet you it's a whole different animal down low with 373 gears.
Oh yeah, when I got a message the other day saying that there was a big fire behind my house, I rolled this thing down the interstate, and I promise you, it was $1.50.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. Oh wow, the 1.2 comes up quick too.
Oh yeah. It's a lot different than others. A lot funner.
Yeah, what was funny is Kerry's like, this is just going to be a driver. I'm not going to do anything to it. He's added a few extra things to it, and now he's done put 373s.
It's still just a drive.
Yeah, but the way something starts out, like you're like, man, I'm just going to make it super docile and whatever else. But that hot rodder in you, man, you can't get past it. It's just one of those things.
It starts getting boring after a while. You're thinking, man, I should have put a stiffer gear in this thing, or man.
Well, because what's crazy is you know what just a gear swap will do to it. It'll change the entire demeanor of the vehicle.
Maybe we should have put some nitrous on it.
Yeah, if somebody was to ever do such a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot better. That's a lot better. Yeah, see, that's perfect. You have plenty enough room to slow her down.
Yeah.
Hop out and film it after. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's way better. That's way better than first gear.
Hit the button.
I don't think you even need nitrous. I mean, not that you have nitrous, but I don't think you need to put any on here. Yeah, that was good. Car sounded so happy.
Oh yeah. I really meant to hit that button. We'll do it the next time. Yeah, she comes on a lot better.
Yeah, way better.
It's a big improvement.
Yeah. Well, the old 373s work fantastic, man. That like back here down low when he pulled her in first gear and took off, man, this thing actually knocked the tires loose. It's cool. Be doing all kinds of good burnout action. I mean, before it would do a burnout, but nothing like that. Like it got up in RPM quick. It's nice.
Yeah.
And it pulls like you can take off from like just a little roll, or not necessarily like from a dip and stuff, just a little bit of roll. He jumps in it. Well, you've seen the video, and it pulls so much better.
Yeah, bro. Pretty bone stock motor.
Yeah, that's probably as mild as you can get, you know, and still have a little bit of rumpy rump to it.
Yeah, it's all iron head.
Yeah.
Factory heads.
Yep.
That cam you picked up normally works so good.
Which I think is it's like the perfect combination of the manners and the sound. Like the car sounds good. She drives fantastic. I can't believe how good this thing runs along and drives. It's perfect.
Let's park this thing early.
Well, that was fun. Thank you, Kerry.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure.